Okay, so delivery versus carryout. It's essentially two businesses they have, and the big story here in delivery versus carryout was the surge in delivery orders at the pandemic onset, right? You had um, all of a sudden you had a ton of folks who were hesitant to leave their homes, didn't want to go to restaurants, and so the delivery business really surged. And like I mentioned earlier, it's still at elevated levels. It's still above 2019 levels, the delivery versus carryout mix. So it's sustaining here. And but Domino's obviously notices that the trend is moving in the opposite direction, right? We're thankfully we're coming out of the pandemic. And so Domino's is working on initiatives to increase carryout orders. And one of the reasons is to reduce the reliance on drivers, which management has been noting that the drivers are in very short supply right now. So when you look at there's labor shortages in general, but the shortages in drivers are much worse than the labor shortage overall. So one way Domino's is doing that is, like we mentioned earlier, the car side delivery. They spent heavily in marketing and advertising to raise awareness of that feature and trying to improve delivery times to your car. They're working on that average delivery to your car. They're starting at the 2 minutes and they're trying to drive it down to 1 minute. And so this initiative has a potential to improve profits for franchisees as well. It'll save delivery costs for them, and it can also increase value for customers. If you're looking at ordering Domino's pizza and you see, for example, the delivery fee varies by region. So if you're looking at an order for $10 and your delivery fee is going to be $7 on that order, you may be more motivated to drive to the Domino's and pick up your order, especially if they make it more convenient for you. So the goal is to raise the convenience factor enough to where the customer would rather drive up to a Domino's versus paying, the $5 or $7 or whatever that delivery fee may be. And if they're successful from the corporate standpoint in driving that change, raising that awareness, we already said they have a strong pipeline of franchisees that are wanting to invest in opening more stores. If this becomes more proliferated, that can even increase the demand to open new stores. Because if you're looking at it from a franchisee perspective, if now you have less of a need for drivers, that's going to drive profits for your stores.
Yeah, good points there. And yeah, and like you mentioned about the delivery, that's an interesting balance there, because that I do believe they raised their delivery fees kind of across the board, but like you said, it's more it's regional, but still with that fee going up, like you said, it's a balance there, because you'd like to kind of push people to kind of do more of those carry out orders in that case, but also you don't want to raise the delivery fee so much that they look somewhere else. But I do like how Domino's is very transparent about their delivery fee. It's not one of those it's pretty clear on the app about how much you're paying for delivery. Other places might sort of kind of tuck it under the thing, so you're not really sure how much you're paying. It just seems like you're paying. They just kind of roll it into the price of some of the food, but I think that's one of those things customers like to see. Anyway.